play it, let it play it. Let's run him down.
Okay, now you think a ball's coming in, go down on the knee, but it doesn't get to you.
Come on, come on.
It is so unbelievably difficult. I never in my life have seen anything like it. I was thinking the other night, I said, I have every American's football player's nightmare. That is to be put into a soccer goal with 10 of the world's greatest players out there, each with a soccer ball. And then Michael Caine says fire, so I have Pelé and Bobby Moore and all these people just firing at these balls. And I bent my finger back. I think, it's like, look at that. I broke one knuckle already, and I think I've chipped a bone in my back from doing these dives. But it's very interesting. I've never seen anything like it. The ball comes at 100 miles an hour. I have tremendous respect, and now I know why they say most goalies are a little squiffy.
He could be good goalkeeper because he has nice, hand. He throw well the ball. He have vision to get the ball, and I think serious now. If he practices as a goalkeeper, he could be a goalkeeper, not like Banks, but a good goalkeeper.
I think Sly Stallone has obviously done a fair bit of practice in goal because his handling is quite good. But, there's always certain things that he's doing, and you can give him certain little tips and little points about how to handle a ball. And I think one or two people have said things to him, and you can see him improving since the footballers have been here.
Take it easy, you're as tight as a drum. And don't let them pull you off your line.
I haven't played football for 20 years, and I'm teaching Pelé, Ardiles, Bobby Moore, Van Heemstra how to play football. I'm about 20 years older than all the rest of them, and I immediately pulled a muscle in my leg, so I've been in the wars, really. And of course, Sly and I are the only two in the team, Sly being Sylvester Stallone. We're the only two in the team who are not really footballers at all, so we're the butt of all the jokes for the next 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks we shoot the match.
Myself and Bob Moore, we walk with the players, and then we walk with the stars who doesn't play soccer. Then we exchange. They teach us how act, we teach them how to play soccer. We play with Michael Caine, Sylvester Stallone. We have the director, John Huston. Then it's like you play soccer with the good players, the best players in the world. Then make ease.
In action, everything is actually set up, so it's actually detailed right down that everything is inch perfect. But in football, as I say, that's not the case. And, this is possibly one of the difficulties that's going to be created for this film, in as much as, trying to simulate football scenes.
It's much easier to teach an acrobat to act than it is to teach an actor to be an acrobat. As a rule, very often you'll discover fine talent, acting talent, among athletes. It's a very well-rounded story, and it has I hesitate to use the word, but there's a high moral uplift.
Wait a minute. Not bad, huh?
Should take up golf, Hatch.
He's a man who's been a professional footballer, and he comes up against the escape committees when he starts to arrange this game with the German guards, and it gradually gets out of hand, and it becomes with the German army in the end, and then becomes with the German national team. They want to use his team as a cover for escape, and he doesn't want to do that. Because he regards it as risking the men's lives.
I play the only Yank in a prisoner of war camp, and the reason I'm here is I enlisted in the Canadian Army because I was very impatient to get into the war. And I have one burning desire, that is to get out of this camp come hell or high water. And I say, well, if I can get on the team, even if I'm carrying a bucket, I'll have a chance to escape because the game is supposedly played in Paris. But the goalie gets hurt, and they stick me in there not because of my skill, but because you might say, rather animated. I'm like a raving lunatic in the goal, and I scare most of the players away with my antics.
I have a very strong streak of determination in my own character, which I'm using very heavily in the character in the picture, because he is like that.
This football game to him is not just being played for the sake of the men's spirit. It's like what Alec Guinness went through on Bridge of the River Kwai. It's his private war. And this is ridiculous. It's just a game. Who cares? Because we have a chance to escape, and while we're halfway out the tunnel to escape, he says, let's go back and play. I said, are you crazy? He goes, no, we're tired of running. We want to go back and give them hell. I said, it's a stupid game. He goes, not to us, Shank. It's war. This is the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life. For those who haven't seen it, we're surrounded by 1 square mile of barbed wire and police dogs and machine guns and dust bowls, and it really is not exactly Saint-Tropez. I mean, it's incredible to really be out on this field. When they really get out there and play, it's incredible. I mean, just incredible. I stand there in awe.